because I think the school was quite rich in tradition. It was a colonial building. It existed through the war, and I was told that actually the Japanese was there during the Second World War, and they call it Jalan Besar School.
Interesting thing about these classrooms is that, it's a classroom with no windows, right, as you can see. And what we had was we had big doors on both sides of the classrooms. Right, so the first thing we'll do is those people sitting by the side of the classrooms, they'll open the door, switch on the fans, the lights.
Watching the soccer matches that's just right in front of us. So sometimes we have lessons going on, but if there's a soccer match going on, sometimes most of us will not pay attention and just actually watch the match. And sometimes if we score, our team actually did well and score a goal. Sometimes we actually run out of classrooms just to cheer the team and all that.
You see, the veranda served as an assembly point for sports day. In 1960, when I was in Sec 2, the upper floor, all right, they will be occupied by all students. We went to our designated areas, right? Whampoa House, Kallang House, Rochor House, whatever house. You had this very, what do you call it, unusual structure. It's like a milestone, but it's connected by this rail. And we could sit there, and watch soccer games. So that's very unique.
We have this sense of belonging to a school that has character, and it does actually give you that sense of belonging because it looks stately, and it is a school that we feel happy coming back to every day. Yeah, so in a sense, it just gives us a special feeling.
Because the PA would require the field for their usage in conjunction with the Jalan Besar Stadium. So at the end, we decided to add on the new building at the rear by removing the science block, which was done in the 1950. And it was quite a deliberate decision because I think by doing that, I think we can keep the front of the Victoria School intact.
The trade-off, you lose part of the history, so to speak. Of course, right now, it's far, far less accessible because you got to ask for permission, you got to make it so formal.
For the school building to be used, in a new way, I think that's progress, right? That's something that we should all embrace. But the fact that it becomes effectively a private property, or some a restricted area, right? I think that's quite sad because it doesn't give people like myself or alumni people, to come and at least revisit the place.
It's the same and yet different. It's like a shadow of its former self because we were back there for the VS 140 and gala dinner. So I would have thought, because we were in the field, we could actually go to the building and have access, take photos, a lot in the classroom and all that. So it's a bit disappointing to be honest, because a lot of areas were cordoned off.
So of course, if you ask me that question, whether they could make it more accessible, I hope they can think of ways to make it more accessible. At the same time, having to cater to security needs.
So it's a very strange, hollowed out feeling that I have in me, in the sense that this was my school, it has certain memories for me, it looks old, and yet when you go in, it's just not there, it's a bit, it's somewhat gutted out.
I think one of the key elements to this restoration and change is actually the usage of it here, because it's no longer used as a school. So the function, the quality of the spaces can no longer resemble the old. So I think part of the old boys' nostalgic lament, I think, could arise from that.
When you interface the old facade and structures with new modern technology like security gates and also glass doors and windows, it runs a bit flat in my mind of how the use of the premises.
The reason is like this because we have been living in a different era, right? I think we don't believe that we have to keep the same kind of so-called architecture over the 50 years. So I think the construction method changes, aspiration of the people also changes. So at the end of the day, so we can see the differences between what has been done in the past and what has been done today.
The way I think about it would be a concept of a house versus a home. If you have a family unit intact, and they enjoy doing things together, so regardless whether you are staying in an old colonial house and then subsequently you are being moved to you move into a condo, I think it's the way the family unit itself that is the key. We attend classes and go about with our activities may differ a little bit given the structure, but I think the culture remains consistently strong. It's not impacted the Victorian brand in any way.
Steadfastness. Your one word is steadfastness lah. That means you really solid lah. That relates to the upbringing of students also lah. What kind of students we had? Really solid, right? Yeah. If you ask me one word, the old building it looks a hell of a solid lah, and somehow it rubbed off on the boys and the teachers lah.